Eliyahu veGavriel basruna hageula
Bija'at
me.
We're going to let Eric sit for one more moment. And I'm going to do some explaining. You can take a seat for a minute. Some explaining of the next hour or so. So, one thing to keep in mind, Rabbi Sager, by the way, is he's like a book dealer for me. He sort of slides me books to read, some gems. One of them he gave me was by James Hillman about religion and psychology. It was called In Search. And I found myself reading through it and just making notes, underlining a few sentences that said, Yom Kippur. And one of the sentences was this one: collective morality approves of self-sacrifice. We wrong and hate ourselves with full moral sanction of the community. And that's not a good thing. And for this moment, I want to just say that self-sacrifice is not the purpose. The arks will be opened, and I'll explain the multiple of that in a moment, but the arks will be opened for an hour, and if you are not able to stand, it's okay. It's perfectly fine. You should sit if you need to sit. You should not endanger yourself. You should not feel shame that you are sitting. There are people who will stand and people who will not, and both of those, I believe, are seen and beloved by God. I don't have a red phone, but I'm going to risk it. We're going to open the arks, both of them, and enact a new moment, another new moment for our community. As we have in years past, we will have people holding a talit in front of this ark and in front of the other ark. And people who would like, during the repetition, to have an opportunity to spend a few private moments in front of the ark, either by yourself or with your family, will have that opportunity. Our ritual committee has thought about this, and we believe that we should have this ark come from the left-hand side and head off to the right, this way, and that ark should come from the right-hand side and head off to the left. Okay, so we don't have people running into each other, all right? And you should take that time, and at the end of Ne'ilah, we will call up our Chevra Kadisha, and we will call up our kids, and we will take the Torahs out of the ark, and we will march them through the sanctuary, but from this ark. And as soon as they are out, the kids who are here will close this ark, and the center of our tefillot will move. We'll transition as these doors close, but those gates remain open for a few minutes longer. And we make the walk through the sanctuary, starting that way and back through here, and where we can gather in front of the main high holiday, the main Shabbat ark that we use each and every week. And it is there that we will finish our tefillot, and you are welcome to come and to move if you don't want to be so far away. If you found yourself out of the action, it's okay, you can come and join us, but wherever you are will be a moment of sanctity and a moment of holiness. Our kids, while the Torahs are moving, will be taking the crowns from one ark to the other. And then all of the kids, as I announced at Rosh Hashanah, this is a job that only you can do for us, will close the ark for the final time. So that's a little of the choreography. And now a word about this moment. Cheres Hanishbar, a phrase from Unatana Tokef. the broken shard, the broken pottery. That's what we are compared to by the poet. I'm going to share with you a Torah from Rabbi Gordon Tucker, long time the rabbi at White Plains Jewish Center in White Plains, New York. He points out there is only one place in the whole Bible where the word for pottery, cheres, is coupled with the Hebrew word, with the Hebrew root for shattering, nishbar. And that is in Leviticus. Chapter 6, verse 21, in which it says, an earthen vessel in which the flesh of a sin offering, interestingly, was boiled, shall be broken. And it is that way that the jar, that this clay vessel, can be made pure again. And this was not something theoretical. When the rabbis wrote in the Mishnah all of the laws of purity, they affirmed this at halakha, that a vessel made of clay is not just to be broken and then thrown away, although archaeologists will tell you that our digs are filled with the broken pottery, the trash dumps of the ancient world. Hearts, in fact, break within us with remorse. The earthenware becomes pure again and can be refused into a pure and worthy vessel. So this hour is about bringing ourselves to a place of letting go, of letting ourselves break, and then be remade again. And it actually takes strength, not weakness, to do that. It takes the strength of a community. It takes the strength of ancient prayers and ancient melodies. And that's the work that we are here to do. Please rise. Page 408. Both of the arks are opened.